I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. How are you feeling right now, beautiful soul? Okay, so I want to share with you a technique today. And this is a very short, sweet, simple, but powerful technique to activate your third eye, your pineal gland. The reason I want to share with you this exercise to activate what some people call the seat of the soul, which is really a transducer. It is an antenna that receives information from the quantum fields and helps you dissect this information from the geometrical nature of the universe and make it more understandable by the human brain. We pick up geometrical codes, colors, fractals, and they quite often seem just like a whole heap of nonsense to most people, or to the left brain, which most of us predominantly use. When you activate your pineal glands, these tiny little crystals inside that pine cone, in the center of your brain and back slightly, it gives you access to a whole different way, a whole different perspective of observing the universal fields, the quantum space. Now, so many people in this world judge. So many people see themselves as separate from everybody else. Once your pineal gland is activated and you start to see the beauty and the magic, you become in awe of what this world is really like and what this universe has to offer. I remember about 3 years ago when I got a phone call from my wife at the time, my ex-wife now, and she told me that she'd met another guy on her travels. And it blew me to pieces. And this whole story is a long story, but to cut it short, when she told me this information, I was at Avebury in England at the Stone Circles meditating. And I went down there on this day because I was guided to. I had no plans to go there. When I got there, I met these two girls. One of them had been on our facilitated training, and she told me she had some DMT. Now, it's quite interesting that I met this girl. She was there with some DMT at the Stone Circles the same day that I went there, and the same day my wife, ex-wife, was going to break the news to me that it was over. So I hear this news, I cry my heart out, I'm doing my meditation and I'm connecting, I'm doing what I'm doing on the stones, and I go and meet this girl and her friend afterwards, and I smoke DMT for the first time in my life. And I've just had this experience where I've been dropped on my head from a great height. I'm judging her, my ex-wife, all of this sort of stuff. You know, there's hatred coming out, there's anger coming out, all of this stuff. I feel rejected. Then I smoked DMT. Now, what this DMT did is it opened me up. It opened my brain. Now, I've had many psychedelic experiences. I've taken all the drugs under this sun in my past, and I've had these kind of euphoric experiences before, but DMT shot me through into a space where I died. Terence McKenna called DMT death by astonishment. When you smoke DMT and you take a powerful hit of it, it sends you through to the other side, and you become that space of nothing. Now, I've experienced this on meditation myself, but when you smoke DMT, it fires you through so quickly. The experience that you have when you're in those fractals, when you're bouncing on those waves of geometry, of color, you realize that everything in this world is the same. And when I was lying there on the grass by these stones, looking up at the sky, I saw the most amazing spectacle of geometrical code. And I could see that there was no separation between anything in the universe. And at that time, I thought, how could I possibly be upset with my ex-wife? How could I possibly be angry at her? Because it was just, I was in bliss. And having this experience straight after she told me that it was over was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Because I went from this one extreme of anger and rejection and all of these low vibrational frequencies, I was purging these deep emotions into a state of complete and utter bliss where I just loved everything, including her. Because I didn't see her as someone that had just cheated on me. I just saw her as light, as frequency, as data, as information, the same as everything else in this world. Now, I've had these experiences before this, but having this experience just after being told that your wife has slept with another man and it's over, 16 years of marriage, it was a crazy experience to be in both of those polar opposites at the same time, within the space of 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It really was a magical experience. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because you can tap into these DMT experiences by activating the natural DMT in your body. You don't need to smoke it, although smoking it is something that I recommend everyone should try once. The same as ayahuasca, the same as mushrooms. Okay, these things aren't bad. These things aren't poisonous. These things aren't destructive. They can be if you use them in the wrong way, but if you use them sensibly in the right environments, they can open you up to new depths of consciousness. And that's what it's about. Expanding and experiencing more of who you are, more of what the universe has to offer. Really and truthfully, that is what you have to offer, because you are the universe. So, when you follow a certain process, you can stimulate your pineal gland in the right way. You can create the right amount of pressure, using the right breathing techniques, bringing in the right light frequencies. And what you can do is have a full DMT experience. I've taken people into meditation experiences many times and taken them into the jungle where they've drunk ayahuasca, only in their meditation. And people that have taken ayahuasca 30 times, 40 times, 50 times have had better ayahuasca experiences in my meditations than taking the real thing. You've just got to follow the right formula and the right process. Now, I haven't got time right now to take you through a full ayahuasca DMT meditation experience, but what I am going to do is share with you a very simple, fast, quick and easy technique that will help you, if you practice this daily, when you practice this daily, activate the dimethyltryptamine in your brain, as well as activate other things like benzodiazepine to make you calmer. There are various different agents that you can put to work when you focus your energy and your attention on your pineal gland. Anti-cancer, anti-aging. You can stimulate stem cell growth. The list is endless. What I want you to do is this, and I want you to practice this every day, just for 10 minutes. I want you to stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Slight bend in your knees, just to take the pressure out of your lower back. And I want you to squeeze your genitals, your buttocks, your perineum, and your stomach. Squeeze all of this area. And I want you to focus on Mother Earth's Merkaba, down in the center of the planet. And I want you to see a platinum light flow from her bottom tetrahedron up into your perineum. The space between your vagina and your anus, or your penis and your anus. See that frequency flow up into that space. And then what I want you to do is to take a nice, long, slow, deep breath with all of this squeezed and draw that platinum light up through your spinal column, up into the base of your brain, where this frequency is going to connect with your cranial nerves, your 12 cranial nerves, and they're going to send electromagnetic frequencies, pulses, into your pineal glands. Now, with all of this squeezed, you're also going to push cerebral spinal fluid up through your central nervous system, up through your spinal column, into this same space. Now, as you pull this light up with all of this squeezed, I want you to follow this light with your attention up into the center of your brain and back slightly. Once your attention gets up here, I want you to hold your breath for 13 seconds, 1-3. Once you've held your breath for 13 seconds, I want you to let the breath out slowly, release all of this, count to 3, and then squeeze and go again. You're going to do this for 10 minutes, non-stop. So it goes like this. You focus on Mother Earth's Merkaba. You pull, draw that light up into your perineum, down in here. All of this is squeezed. Now we're going to breathe. And as I breathe, my attention is going to be on my breath and the light's coming up into my pineal glands. Hold for 13 seconds at the top. Let it out slowly. Release the squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze again. Pull it up. Thirteen seconds is gone, let it out slow. You're going to repeat that for 10 minutes. Now what is happening is you're resurrecting yourself. People talk about the resurrection in the Bible. Now this is nothing to do with anything religious, but these are just metaphors. Your spinal column has 33 vertebrae, Jacob's ladder. Your 12 cranial nerves are the 12 disciples. So this fluid, this cerebral spinal fluid, along with the light, is being pulled up through your central nervous system, connecting to the 12 disciples, which then resurrect you, which is the trigger in the awakening of your pineal glands. Now, as you do this regularly, you can move into a full Kundalini experience where this energy is shooting from your perineum up into your brain, and the DMT is spiked, and you can have the most amazing fractal experiences, geometrical experiences. Do this for 10 minutes every day. The first thing you do every single morning, and I guarantee things are going to change. You're going to be so much more calmer. You're going to be so much more alert, aware, in a conscious state of awareness. And you're going to be tapped in, because as you're pulling the light up, and as you're pulling the breath up, and as you're pulling the cerebral spinal fluid up, and then you focus all of your attention in the center of your brain and back slightly where your pineal gland is, you create pressure, a pressure around your pineal gland. You squeeze it, you're pressurizing the crystals. These crystals that have 8 sides, these rhombohedrons, okay? Inside that tiny little pine cone in the center of your brain and back slightly, it squeezes them. Then as you release it, the field expands. Then you go again and you squeeze it and the field expands. You're activating this antenna that goes out and starts to read the quantum fields. The information, the data then flows back in, and your pineal gland starts to read this information. And then you start to understand it. And the more you practice this, the better you become at it. If you want to have your own resurrection, Resurrect yourself from this sleeping, waking, dead state of a 3D reality and move into the quantum field and become your own quantum architect so you can create the reality that you want in the present moment right now. You need to activate this amazing stargate in the center of your head. It will give you access to layers upon layers upon layers of frequency, information and data, and your life will never be the same again. So you're connecting with Mother Earth's Merkaba. You're drawing that platinum light from a bottom tetrahedron into your perineum. You're squeezing your genitals, your perineum, your buttocks, your stomach. You're then pulling that light, following the breath and the light up into here. Holding for 13 seconds, let it out, rest for 3 seconds, then squeeze and go again. 10 minutes, beautiful soul. Every day. People want change without work. That ain't possible. If you want to self-heal, you've got to put in a little bit of effort. Maintenance and expansion. Not achieve something, rest on your laurels and then start to slide backwards. None of that. This is star magic, baby. It's more than just a healing modality. It's a lifestyle. We live it, we breathe it, we eat it, we sleep it. Star magic is what we are, it's what you are, and I love you unconditionally. This is one powerful technique to stimulate this incredible stargate. Do you want to do the work? Or do you want to sit on your ass praying to Jesus that one day he'll be resurrected and come back and save you? That ain't happening, beautiful soul. You're the resurrection, you're the power. It's all about you. It's not about me. We can only resurrect ourselves from the dead, from that sleeping, waking, mundane state, which a lot of the sheeple on this planet are in. But that's not you. Lead by example. Be the inspiration that this world needs. Get off your butt, do the work, do this every single morning, and I guarantee you, miracles are going to start to flow through your reality. I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching it on Facebook, like it and share it. Let's share these positive messages with our sisters and our brothers, and let's transform humanity. Together we can make a real difference. We can have a massive impact. We're sisters and brothers. Let's work together. Check out our website, starmagichealing.com. We've got some amazing tools for you to engage with. One love, one heart, one human family. I'll see you again real soon, beautiful soul. Peace out.